Let's modify our TileCalculator class to accept user input for the length and the width of the backsplash area they'd like to tile. To do that, we must import the scanner utility from the Java package. Above our class declaration, we add in our import for the scanner utility. At times I'll see people who want to import everything in the utility package by just doing a .star, and that will import everything inside the Java utility, but it's not good practice. Instead, we only want to import those pieces of the Java utility package that we actually need. In this case, it's just the scanner. Right now, Eclipse is telling me that I haven't used the scanner yet, so we'll put that into use right now. After my main method, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to create a new scanner. My scanner is named in, so whenever I go to refer to it, I'm going to use the variable in. I need to prompt my user to find out what they want for the length of the backsplash, so I'm going to use my system.out to ask the user a question. This is where my scanner object comes into play, my in. I'm going to remove the variable that's there, 117, and I'm going to use my scanner object to scan for the next double that comes in. When that next double comes in, it's going to automatically save it into the length variable. Now let's ask the user for a width. After that prints, the scanner is going to wait until it gets the next double, and we're going to store that next double into width. Now I can run this and I'll see it will work. It will ask me and it will store those values into those variables and then use those values throughout. So let's give it a shot. Save and run it. Look down here at my console. Here's my text where I asked my question. Please enter the length of your backsplash. 117, and then I press enter. And then it asks me to enter the width of my backsplash, and I'll put in 18. And then my calculations will occur. And we know this is right because we saw it in the last video. A couple of formatting pieces. Let's say that I didn't want this 117 to appear on this bottom line. Maybe I wanted it right next to it. There's a system.out.print. If I take out the LNs, that will keep that on the same line. So I'm going to save and run it again. You can see the change in the format in the console. Up here you'll notice I have a resource leak. In is never closed. So at the bottom of our program, it's good practice to close that scanner object. Quite simple, in.close. Whenever I save it, I'll see that little message goes away. But what if I wanted to accept integers instead of doubles? Let's pretend like on this first one I want the integer rather than a double. I would create my variable int, and instead of asking for the next double, I'll ask for the next int, capital INT. Go ahead and run it again. You can see how it went ahead and accepted this and ran our program with our new values. What happens if I try to enter in a double to begin with? Let's run that and see what happens. If you see the input mismatch exception, it means that we've entered in the wrong data type versus what we were expecting. In this particular case, I would probably keep it as a double so that if somebody does enter in a decimal point, my program won't fail. Now it's your turn to practice. Take our program and ask the user for a tile length and a tile height and store those into our variables and use those for the calculations. Next, we'll work with strings, and you can see how to enter text into our program and use it in a variable as well.